Good evening, fellow GMologites, or morning, or afternoon, or coffee break time, or whenever you happen to be watching us. We appreciate you watching us. We are the Steamrolling Girls and guys. Maybe the guys will join us one of these times, but we are back to try and clean up this absolutely atrocious ice rink. And I dare say, that I am so excited about it that I am being moved in my steps here. And I still have, I'm going to go right into the ice rink at this rate, but that's okay. Anyways, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, Ms. Kitty? Are you
Hey
too busy?
guys, what's up?
I am right here, and I'm just going to go back over here and act as if I don't know what's happening, which I do, because usually I'm throwing stuff at you and pushing you back. But whoa, wait, not so fast because I could get that there. Anyways, as we learned the first time, this disgusting mess is obviously the fault of the elves.
Just
And
remember, this is gonna keep happening till you find me.
oh, I figure I don't have to move around as much. I just keep spraying the water, and eventually everything gets clean here. Or you get annoyed and you stop moving me around, and I'm pretty certain you're probably above me because you cleaned the ornament the last time. So,
Oh, the inside of it still needs to be cleaned.
uh, disgusting. I mean, is this gnome that we found the one that dictated all this, and that's why they left him for evidence?
No, I think he's just an innocent victim. He's at all of the locations.
Oh, he's gross. Well, I mean, not like he's gross as in because he's a gnome, but because he is like really filthy and disgusting.
No, honestly, the gnome is always clean.
He looked pretty dirty to me. I was cleaning him off. But that's okay. Our viewers can go back and watch the first episode and tell us, was he clean? Was he dirty? Was he the reason for all of this? Or maybe it's a cover up and really it's one really big gnome fart that we're cleaning up. I hadn't thought about that the first time, but this, instead of it being, like an epic reindeer butt fart, you know, it could just be the gnome. There could be a conspiracy. And I'm
I
pretty
don't
certain
know.
we have enough conspiracy theorists out there that could tell us, is it really the gnome? Is it the gnome that did it? Because if he's the only clean one, then he obviously has a hand in it. I think so. No more protecting the gnome. I don't even know where he is now. He's wherever you happen to have left him.
I put him somewhere safe.
That's what they all say. Like my coffee cup in the morning, and I can never find it again. I swear, if we ever leave this house and move, there's going to be at least 50 to 60 coffee cups scattered throughout this house. At least I'm good enough that I finish all the coffee before I lose my coffee cup in the house.
So when we were packing up the apartment for my husband to move in with me, like,
Mhm.
I swear to God, I was packing shit we did not own.
Probably,
I also
probably.
found clothes that I hadn't seen in years. Like, I thought that I had given them away.
That tends to happen. When we moved from our first house and into the apartment, we weren't even there for that long. And all of a sudden, there were things I'm like, I didn't even know we had this. There were boxes from when we moved in after the wedding that I had never opened. I'm like, hi, yi, yi. And now we've been in this house for coming up to 13 years.
Yep.
I'm scared of what could be in the attic. Actually, I know exactly what's in the attic because we had to evict the raccoons. And they were so cute.
We have a really adorable possum that's coming to our backyard right now.
Oh, do you remember Scarface when we first moved in? He's that possum that would come around
Yeah,
and harass my dog Charlie.
yeah.
Yeah, I was sad when he passed. If a possum could really be a good possum, he was a good possum. He would eat out of his bowl. He was very clean. I actually think they're, generally speaking, clean animals, but I don't really know. Someone can comment down below and tell me.
I mean, now that I'm no longer terrified of them, I don't mind them. I think they're cute.
Well, to your credit, you were very small and it came running at you and
It
you were holding food.
cornered me, and I ended up on top of a car screaming bloody murder.
There was that.
It was terrifying. The thing was massive, and it was hissing.
They do that. When they're angry, they are a force to be reckoned with.
They make noises that I did not know an animal like that could make. They're like koalas. Like, koalas look super cute, but if you've ever heard them, like, they sound like something at hell.
Well, I mean, koala bears look super cuddly and adorable, but they
Vicious.
don't go picking them up. I'll put it that way.
Oh, did you see the aurora borealis above us?
Oh yes, I think it's rather cute. By the way, did you see the aurora borealis when we could see it here in the United States this year?
No. I was out doing something. I don't remember what the heck we were doing.
I thought I sent you pictures, but it was
Yeah,
absolutely
you
gorgeous.
did. We just were doing an event of some kind, and I don't remember what it was, but we were doing something.
Definitely not. It was not a let's watch the aurora borealis. Let's get together and have like soda pop and popcorn time.
No. That is on my list of stuff that I'm wanting to do when we're up in Alaska, though.
It's gorgeous.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you're going on a cruise up there,
Yeah.
and we want to go up there and just kind of we want to spend some time in the capital city, but not like weeks and weeks, maybe for like 3 days, 2 nights, and then go to Juneau because I really, 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 really want to get to Denali.
Yeah, I want to go there. Like, I love being outdoors and doing outdoorsy stuff like that.
Well, I even have the sunglasses for Denali, so I feel like we have to go. All right, the way that Santa is right here on this ornament or whatever he is looks like possibly the poop came from him. I don't know if you can see him, but oh my goodness.
You should look at the turd tree.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying not to look at the turd tree because I think this is going to end up being like 3 episodes at this rate because this is just disgusting. And yeah, I hope you're not eating because there's no way I could eat while doing this. I know last time you were trying to figure out what your dinner was going to be, and I don't think you ever did figure that out.
No. No, I
But
never did the last time. This time, however, I've actually come prepared. I have ordered dinner.
oh my goodness. I was
Yeah.
going to say PowerWash Simulator is a great diet plan for me because I cannot eat and look at this disgusting mess.
Ah.
I mean, oh, I want to be like a raccoon and wash my food then. Just gross. And yeah, then there's that. And then there's this. How did he manage to get it on the underneath of the ball on the top of his hat? I mean, those of you that are watching, you see my view here. And yeah, if I was Mrs. Claus, I'd say go back. Go back, don't come home. Take that to the cleaners before you come here because I have I don't know how many elves and how many reindeer I have to clean up after and yeah, holidays at the Claus residence has got to be a pain in the butt because
I
that
am
I mean,
sliding off of my chair. Oh, shoot. Now I'm just dropping everything.
oh,
Okay.
perhaps you need a seatbelt.
No. I dropped my Nazi belt.
It's
So we got
beginning to
in.
look a lot like toilet paper over here with white strips everywhere.
So,
I
we'll do the depressing topic for the day.
oh, what is that?
Um, I got a card in the mail from the emergency room for Teachy. It was so
Oh,
sweet. They got us the card, and the entire staff there signed it, wishing them our condolences on him.
oh, so that our viewers know Chi was a kitten that you rescued from very young that ended up having an issue where he needed to be put down so that he was no longer suffering, and he was an extremely good cat.
Yeah, my sweet baby, our little fluffy pirate. He's
Yeah.
3.5 years old. He got,
I see you over there, by the way.
yeah. Well, I got down from where I was.
Well, I figured because I was no longer moving.
Yeah. Now he got a strain of coronavirus that's passed amongst like 90% of the cats
Yeah,
in
and then
like
I
our
thought he had a
country.
perforation.
Well, from what it sounds like is that he got the um, virus and then it did one of 30 mutations that caused it to become the FIP. And then my bet is that the FIP caused severe inflammation, swelling, and then the organ damage, which is what turned into the septic peritonitis. And it just, his abdomen was completely filled with fluid that was completely riddled with bacteria and white blood cells. So when we got to that point,
Yeah,
the only option was exploratory surgery, which they told us he only had a 10% chance of surviving. And I couldn't
yeah, and
put him through
you got to
that.
make that. You got to make a decision at that moment in time that it is more worth the animal being comfortable.
Well, I mean, they straight up told us that he had less than a 10% chance of survival for that if we were able to find an emergency vet group that did specialized in that kind of surgery, that it'd be $10,000 to $12,000 just for that specialist alone, and most of them are not on call. So we couldn't even get him the help that night, and that there was single digits chance that he was going to survive the evening.
Poor baby.
Yeah, he's my baby boy.
But he did love you.
Oh, I loved him so much. Still do.
And I do have to say on a side note, when I come up there and visit you guys at Christmas time, I'll be
Yeah.
able to tell them apart now.
I don't know why it was so hard for people to tell my cats apart.
About
Like,
black and white.
yeah, but Izzy's bigger. Teach at his biggest was 11 pounds. Izzy is 17.
Right. But to my credit, they were never standing next to each other. Ever. And the one time you asked me to go get Chi, I came back with the wrong one. 'Cause, again,
That's true. You determined that my other cat was Teach, and part of me he was completely and utterly confused because he's not the hold me cat. He's what the hell?
he was letting me hold him. He didn't care. I
I
figured
mean,
this
he's
was
not like against being held. He's not gonna scratch or bite or anything like that. He'll get wiggly, and then when he recognizes that he's not going to be let go of anytime soon, he just accepts this as his fate and moves on.
okay. Santa has black stuff on his beard. I don't want to know. I just don't want to know. Some things are just better left in the igloo. But yeah, they're cute. And then you have Manxie too. Well,
Yeah.
Manxie prefers to be outside and just stay outside, I thought.
Well, Manxie's he's a straight up. I can't say that he's a feral anymore because we can finally pet him, but he's a true stray. He
Yeah.
does not want to be an indoor cat. He wants to look inside, and there's been a couple times where he has walked into the house and sat underneath the table.
Is it
But
just me or look at the screen? There in the sky are stars that are made to look like I think that's an elf or a tree. You see that?
no,
You see where I'm pointing my thing here?
no, not at all.
Huh. Well, you'll just have to trust me it's there. Our viewers can see it, right?
Oh, that's a gnome.
Yeah, it's up in the air. See? Gnome is guilty. Telling you, he's The writing is in the sky on that one. Literally. This is rather disgusting.
But so Izzy was funny today. I came home and he decided he wanted to go be in the dining room. So he went running into the dining room right underneath the table and was rolling around on his back as I was tickling his tummy. And he
Mhm.
was so wanting to play, but he doesn't play with people the same way that he does with like other cats or mice or lizards or anything like that. Thank God. He goes 100% powder paws.
Oh,
So he's play biting with his mouth completely open and won't close his mouth to play bite. Like, what are you
goodness.
doing?
We have KK Meow Meow that has decided that when I'm eating something that she wants, that she'll just come up and bite the back of my neck, and that way I will know she wants it. But that's a surefire way of me not giving it to her.
Isn't she the same one that we used to nickname Jaws after she went into her husband's mouth after a Pop Tart?
Yeah, there is that.
So why does it surprise you? At least she didn't go in your mouth after it this time. Like,
Not this time. Give her a chance.
again, Jaws for a reason. There were teeth.
Something like that.
It was sweet. I don't think Carl found it nearly as cute or funny as the rest of us did. But, you know.
No, but we did. We fostered a kitten one time when we were at, oh, it was our first apartment after getting married, that went into his mouth after the jalapeno slices.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
I'm like, oh my goodness. And we live in South Texas. There's a lot of hot pepper. He went after an habanero, and I was just like, oh my God, get ready to take him to the vet. This is not going to end very well. And then I thought for sure he was going to have bad stools. No, doggone thing went right after another one.
No, no.
I was
It's
like, you know,
amazing how unbothered by certain things they are.
habanero. I know humans that can't even handle them. And a cat and a kitten. That kitten was what, 12, 13 weeks old? We're not talking about kitten. Little
It's a
thing.
baby, baby.
Oh my God. I think we are going to have to, once we're done with this job, burn our outfits. Because I don't think there's any way I'm feeling clean after this. I thought for sure that cleaning up Shrekville there
Duloc.
would be bad, but this, even worse. And I'd like to point out at least these trees are not quite the same shape as the trees in the other one. That was just very poor management of tree shapeage in that game. And
But
yeah,
that's what they look like. Go back and watch Shrek and look at the town of Duloc, and you'll see that it looks like that.
I am going to have to blur all those trees out if we do that again because yeah, I'm certain that we can't show that in the first what 5 to 10 minutes of our streams because yeah, it's just not family friendly. But then again, growing up, the big thing was when the Little Mermaid came out, they had to change the cover on
Yep.
the VHS tape. That should tell you how old I am. That because the castle was shaped like a
Yeah.
fill in the blank.
Oh, I'm still just laughing over the Mattel lawsuit. That's hysterical to me.
Which one?
The one where they have the class action suit by the mother after she found out that the what was supposed to be the official movie website for the movie Wicked on the Wicked dolls actually linked over to a porn site. And they
Well,
printed it and mass distributed it.
I checked an audiobook out from the library called Wicked, thinking it was Wicked the play. And yeah, that audiobook got returned very quickly because let's just say that was not appropriate. Not a family friendly book to have going while you're working.
Uh, And I,
Yeah. It's very enlightening to the wrong crowd.
mm, my coworkers told me that I had to listen to the music from the new Wicked movie because they were
Why?
convinced that I
Didn't
was
you
going to like
perform?
it.
No,
Yeah,
you
I've done it
performed in
before.
the original one.
Yeah, well, not the televised one, but yeah, no, I've done bits and pieces of Wicked before, and I absolutely love the musical. Defying Gravity is probably my favorite.
I see.
And then the final song between Elphaba and Glenda, where she's telling Glenda that she's limited and gives her her book and a few other things. That they're, basically they're proving that they are friends. But
I'd like to point out you're binging an awful lot over there, and I was working very hard last time on that area. So you're
you got
welcome for
the
all the
present.
bing you're getting.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, I'm over here cleaning up the more than disgusting reindeer poop parts.
But they told me that I absolutely had to listen to it, and I'm like, I don't know about this. I'm like, I really like the original, and beyond that, I'm not a huge Ariana Grande fan. Poor woman. Most of her
She's very
songs,
talented. She's very talented.
her voice grates on my nerves.
Yeah, but she's talented.
I'm not big into pop music, and just the sound of her pop music and her voice with it just grates on my nerves. But they're like, no, 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 no. I'm telling you, you gotta listen to it. She did a lot of training, she did a lot of work, and it sounds really good. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll try it. I tried it. I listened to 3 songs. I'm like, why couldn't she sound like this in her normal music? Like,
I
she
know.
actually has a good voice. I was like, holy crap. She's
She is very
enjoyable to listen
talented.
to, too.
Well, I mean, my husband and I listen to more of like the heavy metals and stuff, and our friends listen to more pop and country and western. And she'll come in and she's like, "Did you hear this song?" And I just look at her like, why would I?
Yeah.
I have nothing against any type of music, and I will listen to anything that you put on as long as it's not derogatory. But I mean, I'm sorry. She keeps telling me, she's like, I can't understand what they're saying in your music. And I'm like, it's probably best that you don't understand what they're saying. My music, it's not your type. You worry about your best friends cheating on you and someone took your dog, which is what country and western music to me a lot of times is. Although the
Oh,
really
don't
good.
forget about the truck.
Oh, I'm still working over here.
No, no, no. Country and Western music. The truck is always
Oh,
involved.
yes. But I heard this one song on the radio and I came home and I called her and I was like, I heard this song and it's a country and western song and I thought it was really funny. It made me laugh. And she's like, what is it? And I said, she thinks my tractor's sexy. And she's like, that's a very old song. And I'm like, well, how was I supposed to know? But it's very funny. I thought. She listened to this one song a while back, and our listeners could probably put the title in there. But it's about this, I think it's a girl, anyways, or something along that line, that was so angry at something that she just went and drove the truck right into the house. And I'm thinking to myself, well, no one ran off with the dog, but the truck is always, injured, taken, destroyed. I think that's just like a thing. But I do think quite a bit of country and western music is very good. It's just not my forte, so I can't tell you who it is. That's my husband's job. He has to tell you. He usually says that he can pretty much get any song in the first few notes of it. I'm like,
That's a bit more than my knowledge base.
well, we've been around a little bit longer.
I just don't retain stuff like that. Like that's just not what I do.
I know if I like a song, and I know sometimes I know who does it. Like, I tend to know Def Leppard songs, Metallica, Iron Maiden. I know Judas Priest pretty well. Lamb of God, Alter Bridge. Those I usually know those songs, but yeah, I have too many things going around in my brain for me to remember any of the rest.
Yeah, no.
Behind the Antlers?
Nice, you got another ding.
I'm sorry?
I said you got another ding.
Oh yeah, I'm dinging away over here. Taking my time, systematically going through the I'm going to blame the gnome graffiti. I think he is trying his best to pin this on the elves and the reindeer, and that was, I was right with it. I was buying the false notion that it wasn't the gnome. So I think instead of building Santa, we should build a gnome.
So we finally finished our thing for D&D.
Oh, good. That means you can come back to our D&D game now.
No, we're pausing for tax season.
Ah,
But it was so, I've never had so much difficulty accomplishing this in my life. But we were trying, the DM and I had worked it out because he really hated my character. Uh,
the snake. The
yeah.
snake.
Oh, yeah. Because I had extremely good capabilities.
You're a snake. Of course
Yeah,
you.
when, well, I mean, I was constricting him right and left. So, like, every single time his big bad guys kept getting restrained, it was driving him absolutely nuts, and he hated it. So he's like, would you at all be interested in maybe possibly changing characters? He's like, if not, it's okay. I'm like, oh no, don't worry, I'm bored. Hey, the floor.
Did we get all the floor?
The ice rink dinged. We've got 98%. There's only 2% remaining, and we need to figure out where.
If you were
Uh,
a gnome pooping out chocolate bars, where would you be?
okay, let's see. Round arches. One of them is not clean. So let's see. Which one are
Oh,
you? There it
it's
is. I see it. It's this
most
guy
like
here. It's mostly up top. Um, but I agreed, and we're like, all right, cool. At the last session, like within the last session or two, we're just gonna kill off the character. And I'm like, perfect, sweet, nice, clean cut, works for me. We get in there. The rest of the party apparently is not aware of this. And my God, they fought so hard to keep my character alive. And I'm desperately saying, just get the key. Leave me to die. No, what can we do? Just by I'm like, no. I'm like, do not get into combat. I'm shooting a witch bolt at it. I'm like, oh God, this isn't gonna end. I'm begging you people, just let me die, please. Handrail. Oh, this one. Cool.
I'm moving you now.
I saw that. But
You moved me last time.
yes, I did. All right, cool, got it. All
All
right, now
right.
come back here.
So now we shouldn't have too much more to go, right?
Okay, it's this backdrop here.
Backdrop.
Yeah, mostly around the deer, I think.
Well, I mean the deer. Most of the deer were binging for me, but they've got a lot of black junkage all over them.
Yeah, well, it's not the deer themselves, it's what's around the deer that tends to trigger that because it's like hidden dirt.
Well, can't we
Yeah,
put
there
the
it
tab
is.
on?
Yeah,
If,
you can.
if I tab, there's nothing.
It's at the top. I see it. Hold on. I'll. Okay, I'm up here. But, so we finally got her killed off, which took way more effort than I thought that it really should have, in all honesty. But, you know, hey, cool beans.
Okay,
Now,
you're not
at.
where I thought you were going to be.
I'm up here.
Do, 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 do,
I
do.
am where the dirt is.
Well, I'm looking for the dirt. Yes, up there. I have to
Yes.
figure out how to get up there. So, okay, here we go.
I'm just about done. Here, I'll let you take this side. I'll run this track a couple times. So we built me a new character.
And
Should sound familiar. Twilight Cleric Tabaxi.
wonder how that happened.
Well, I gave him three different options, and this was the one that he deemed that he liked the best. Because the Grave Cleric in my hands, with my husband playing as well, could be absolutely painful for him. And he did not want me anywhere near the War Cleric. He's like, no.
Uh-oh. Cleric of War. Whee! On top of the world.
Snowman Hat is it not has 4% remaining. Ski
Which
slope
which snowman?
Snowman Hat. Let's see. I have it doing the thingy. Down there near the tree. It's
Okay.
underneath. I think I see it. But so he's like, yeah, no. So he's like, you can do Grave or Twilight. And I'm like, well, I'll be nice and do Twilight because I don't know if you realize this, but the Grave Cleric, it's what is it? It gets it at like level 3. Yeah, it's level 3 thing that you get. You can use your channel divinity on a creature, and the next hit that creature takes, it has vulnerability to the full attack.
Goodness. What are you after now? Because I was over there tabbing and it didn't show me anything.
So we've got 1% remaining on the skiing penguin hats.
Skiing penguin hats over here.
Yeah. 2% remaining on the ski slopes. 1% remaining on ski slope base. One of the ski slope platform walls also needs to be cleaned. And then we're at 84% with the skiing gnome hat. 1% remaining on the presents.
There's the hat.
I will start working on the ski slope platform base once I find it.
I'm right over here, if this
Okay.
is the correct one.
Let's see.
Because I got the hat. It went ding ding.
Okay, it's this one over here. I'm seeing a ton of it. Okay, we got one. But yeah, so that combined with my husband, who's a homebrew paladin, like it would do, if he critted, I think it was at level 5, um, average damage for a crit would be, I think it was like 100, no, 216 points of damage.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's level 5.
It
It would
says
only go
presents
up.
skiing gnomes, ski slope platform wall bases. I thought we got all the bases.
Okay, presents done. Skiing gnome hat.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what the ski slope platform wall base. I thought we got it all.
Don't think so. Does one still be there? So, yeah. I was like, yeah, you're going to hate that even worse. So now I'm doing a cleric. And depending upon when we stop will depend on a number of different things. But I am currently looking at doing a... so Twilight Cleric 100% for 8 levels. And then I think I'm doing 3 in either Star or Shepherd Druid.
Ah,
Because, like,
I
if I
like
do the Shepherd Druid, so the Twilight Cleric, Channel Divinity gives you the Twilight Bubble. Okay?
mm-hmm.
And you can give temporary hit points. Well, if I do the Shepherd, I get a bear that gives temporary hit points.
All those other sides have dinged, so this isn't dinging, so I wonder if I am not in the right place.
I'm looking. Okay, ski slope platform wall. Okay, okay. Yeah, no, we're not in the right place.
Okay.
It's these walls out here.
Out there?
Here it is. Yeah,
I don't even know where you're at.
that's okay. I'm taking care of it. Job
Job
complete.
complete.
Woo!
Woo! Ho, ho, ho! And Merry cleanness.
Yeah.
Merry cleanness. This was gross. I say ban the gnomes. I swear it's the gnomes. I also don't know where you ran off to, but that's okay.
I'm over here. You ready to? Well, you're in control of this one, so you ready to move on to the next job?
Well, I don't know. I think we have to say goodnight to our viewers who have put up with 2 episodes of this nauseating stuff all over the ice rink. Pretty gross. I think it's pretty gross. So do you want to say it or do you want me to say it or
I always let you say it.
well that's why I keep asking because maybe someday you'll stop. Anyways, thank you for watching our fellow Giamalogites. We wish you a very clean Christmas. Hopefully you're not having to power wash for Christmas, especially up north where it might be snowing and icing. That'd really suck. But anyways, good night and good rolling.
Bye.